Attending the Safina Party National Delegates Congress at the Bomas of Kenya, expected to endorse businessman Jimmy Wanjigi as the party's presidential flag bearer. Now let's cross over live and listen in.
Our goal is very clear. We are an instrument of transformational and systemic change. We are ushering in Itweka, a break from the old order of personalities and navigated greed for power. It is our resolve to give our country a different leadership, to cement a progressive, irreversible gains in our governance and institutional arrangements. The system must be reset to ensure no one is left behind. Every Kenyan, every community, every corner of this country must enjoy the of our individual and collective sweat. We must have total victory. I repeat, we must have the 99% of Kenyans have total victory August 9th, 2022. Itweka. Safina Party has a storied history of being an instrument of real change, even in moments of adversity. I stand for the presidency of this party to create an alliance of all Kenyans. And I want to read something, because one question I have had throughout is, why are you doing this? Wewe Jimmy unakaa mzuri, sasa unataka nini na siasa? Why are you doing this? I want to be categoric. Categoric. Wajua, when you reach my stage and age, you understand fully what Itweka moment is. In every man's life, there comes a moment when one must search for a cause, a work, an ideal under which he must give himself. Whether he says yes or no is a challenge to be determined in the future. There comes a moment when we become tired of trying to fill a bucket that is leaking. From inside, as we must get a new vessel. There comes a moment in a man's life when, to get where we have to go, where there are no doors or windows, we must walk through walls. There comes a time in a moment of a man's life when he must choose to stand or run. A moment when you must look up the bench and you have to say to yourself, can't anybody play this game better? And you realize that you must be the one. There comes a time when a decision by a man to get into the arena has often been made by the difference between the greatness or mediocrity of a nation. That is why I am in this. The system is rigged and is broken. It is for the very few. There was a time, as you saw here, my party leader stood up from his offices in Electricity House He was one of the most successful lawyers at the time. And he came out of his profession to risk his life to fight for the human rights liberation, second liberation, which we have today. Kenneth Stanley Jindo Matiba is another one such hero. This is not necessarily done by the people who are in politics. It takes all of us, especially the young people I see here, to say this time we are going to be involved. No matter what, it is our time, it is our lives. Kenya is a country of firsts. We waged an armed struggle against the British colonialism, grabbing our country. We won. Itweka. We fought single-party dictatorship. We won. Itweka. We fought in peacetime for a new progressive 2010 constitution that secured the rights and dignity of every mwananchi in this country. We won. Itweka. Our courts, which have been in the forefront of ensuring those rights in that constitution are upheld, protecting the constitution, had a landmark ruling in 2017, where they nullified a presidential election, a first on this continent. We won. Itweka. We also have, for the young women here, kama mumesahau, the first Black African Nobel Peace Prize winner, Wangari Maathai. We won. Itweka. But Kenya is at a peril. Despite all these national milestones, repeated government failures have brought the country to its knees. At independence, we inherited a very dangerous virus, kama hii corona. It has been mutating in every election cycle since 1960.
And now in matters education, Education Cabinet Secretary George